Oh, man. So this one's a tough one, Rick. And we've got this in multiple different ways. Are race teams ever profitable?
I read a story once. There was a guy named Ben Hur. He was in a chariot race, and I think he won, and he got a wreath and something, you know. So that's, first off, it's not a quick answer. In theory, there are businesses, and in all businesses, if they're not profitable and never have the potential to be profitable, they're probably just hobbies, right? And so, you know, this is all we do for a living, and so the quick answer is not all race teams are profitable. Some have been really profitable. Some have been okay. And that's the end result, right, for the answer. A lot of different people do it for different reasons. I don't care. At the end of the day, you have to be really love racing to be involved in any of the upper tier motorsports. Your typical race owner has multiple other businesses or very wealthy, you know, people or you know, and decide to, you know, use it as a marketing platform for their business and their B2B. You know, Gene Haas is a perfect example of he utilizes and leverages and has grown his CNC company worldwide because of that. For us in particular, there have been some that are profitable, some that are not profitable, but since this is all we do for a living, at the end of the day, if all the bills are at least getting paid on time, I'm not saying paid off, right? Because you're continually reinvesting in this business all the time. So there was a time when one entity was profitable because of the sponsor and the B2B that we put together. Another entity, you know, NASCAR has been a continual reinvestment, even before the charter came. So when we went into, you know, a lot of debt to sell everything we have to go get our first charter. Well, it's going to take 3 or 4 years to ever even pay that off. So technically, you're not profitable, but you're moving forward. You have cash flow, and you need cash flow in this business. Yeah. So, you know, we survive like any business that grows off of the cash flow, and you continue to pay off bills and grow. Why we've done what we've done with the multiple entities is it's gotten to be so competitive in the motorsports world. You know, sponsorship in the original term sponsorship just about doesn't exist anymore. And so there are marketing budgets, and in those marketing budgets, they need to move a lot of people in and out of races. They need to have hospitality. They need to have functions. They need to go to trade shows, all these things. You know, Parts Plus and Pronto has over 4,000 entities. And yeah, you could say, well, they sponsor the program, or are we part of a marketing program that moves thousands of people in and out of events all year long, yep. Trade shows, et cetera. And when you go to a company that is getting hit by all these other forms of motorsports, from whether it's IndyCar, NASCAR, drag racing, you have to have something somebody else doesn't offer. And so what's worked for me and what's kept me alive and rolling forward, I'll try not to make this too long of an answer, but there's always a different entity of having dollars come in. And there have been a lot of times where NASCAR is kind of the 800-pound gorilla. It's the cornerstone of what we've done for, you know, since my first NASCAR race as a driver, and you know, co-owner with my dad of a car we built and loaded up on a trailer was 1983, you know, in a NASCAR race. And so you continually have to feed this machine. And we've lost sponsorship to other people for different reasons. Now when you come in and involved with RWR, the goal may be, we're about NHRA. But yes, we would for sure like to be, you know, be involved with the Daytona 500, the Indy 500 or something like that, and vice versa. So we've taken, we have a sponsor this year that's on board on your car all year long that has been in NASCAR, that really wanted to change focus because of the amount of hospitality that we can do. Doesn't mean that they won't still be involved in NASCAR, but they could really justify this. Have some people that just love the whole IT kind of scenario of the IndyCar, et cetera. So at the end of the day, you have to be able to be profitable at some point. Yeah. But we as a company are continuing to reinvest. I mean, every year we really got over the curve. I'm going to say we were fortunate enough to get through COVID. You know, NASCAR was the only series on the planet to run all of their races, pay all of the prize money, and got the season done in the same time frame. It's a testament to Jim France and NASCAR, because it was the only sporting entity in the world to do that. That really, it could have been costly for a lot of people. We got through that. The new car is made the series more competitive, but it's been very costly, and there's still some learning curves there. So we're just reinvesting, but it is very expensive. At the end of the day, you'd be crazy to put up with the amount of phone calls and texts, and 90% of the time, things don't go well. There's a problem, people are unhappy, stuff's wrecked, stuff's blowing up. You better love this, you better love this sport a lot, so there's God, then there's racing, right? so it needs to be second, and I keep my wife, she's a given, right?
Right.
But it's, you have to love it to be even marginally successful in anything you do. Because if you think more than a month down the road, it's like, this is crazy. I'm going to do what? I'm going to sacrifice what? But you follow what you love. You do it tomorrow, the next day, and if you love what you're doing, then you just keep digging and finding a way. And Lord opens up opportunities, and now you're a YouTube superstar, man, and you get to do all this stuff. But you have to be willing to take that risk. And follow your passion. It's no different than basketball players. They shoot hoops all day, from morning till dawn until their feet are bleeding. I mean, you can't be successful at any level of sports anymore unless you're just all in.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I love being all in. It's cool.